All right, hello. Thank you all for being here. A few housekeeping things before we start. I'm Miss Hurley. If I haven't met you yet, I'm the band director. If you all will please silence your phones and devices right now if they're on. And during the concert, if you would wait until in between songs if you need to leave. Okay. Also, I told the students this, but parents, please do not let your students leave right after the concert or after they've played for 6th and 7th. There's an event happening in the morning in the auditorium, first thing in the morning. So we have to take all of the stands and percussion equipment back down to the band room before anybody leaves. So if we all do it together, it'll go much quicker. All right, we are going to start with a brass trio of Daniel Queen, Richard Lewis, and Zach Renee. They got a superior at solo and ensemble. Any students you see wearing those medals, I'm bad at this. Any students you see wearing those medals tonight, they got a superior at solo and ensemble, which is the highest score you can receive. So, awesome job, guys. All right, they're gonna play Amazing Grace for you. I wanted to start with this piece because I feel like we've all been through it this year. Students, parents, teachers, just everybody. We survived a hurricane. The kids had to go through the tragedy of losing classmates and friends. It seemed like it was one thing after the next sometimes. I'm hoping tonight that we can all take a deep breath, lower our shoulders from where they've been tense, loosen our jaws up, and my hope is that during this piece, we're all able to reflect and appreciate how much we've made it through. Enjoy. before they start, I have something to give a student from this group. When we had our St. Patrick's Day fundraiser, we had one student sell the most tickets and get several donations for the band. So Nikki, they have done a lot of work this year. 7th grade is getting ready to move up and play with the 8th graders. I think y'all ready? Yeah. And then 6th grade, we've been working more on articulation, so how we start notes, and trying to play together and get some higher quality sounds. So we've been working on that. The first couple of little things we're gonna play for you, they're from a packet of beginner tunes that we have. And they're short little songs that they've enjoyed playing. They might be something that you would hear at a football game or something like that. But we're going to play Louie, Louie, We Will Rock You. And it seems appropriate to play here, Eye of the Tiger.
Watched Harry Potter. If you know, you know. That's when y'all are supposed to laugh, but that was a horrible word.
I just want to say that throughout, since the beginning of the year, like almost every day they came into the band room, somebody would ask me, are we playing Harry Potter today? Even though I had never mentioned that, so I finally gave it to them. We've been working on this, yeah. All right, this last one that 6th and 7th grade is going to play is called Comet Ride. One thing you'll notice about this one is it is longer than the other things we played at this concert and at the Christmas concert. When I handed it out, they were like, this is 2 pages long. So this was our first attempt at playing something longer. It's called Comet Ride. I hope you enjoy it. All right, next up we have Camden and Serena, who you also see wearing those superior medals. They also got the highest score you can get at solo and ensemble. All right, they're going to play a waltz by Shostakovich. Enjoy. All right, before Serena introduces our first piece, I just want to say how proud I am of all the kids on stage right now. I think when we came into the year, we all weren't sure about each other. I know they weren't sure about me, but throughout the year, we've gotten to know each other, and I feel like we've come really far. I'm excited to see what they accomplish in the future. They have been doing so much. There was one point a couple of weeks ago where we had 4 different sets of music going at the same at once for different events. And they stayed on top of everything. They went to elementary schools and helped elementary schoolers try different mouthpieces and head joints to help grow the program in the future. I'm just really proud of you guys and how far y'all have come this year. So thank you. All right, so you guys want to introduce our first piece.
Between 1916 and 1914, Gustav Holst wrote a 7-movement orchestral suite called The Planets. Each one was named for a planet, but they also each reflect their astrological characters. The movement of the suite that we will be playing tonight is named Jupiter. Jupiter means Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, jollity meaning cheerful and lively. The popularity of the suite made Holst the equivalent of a rock star, and at the time, many musicians later would take inspiration from it, including the actual rock star Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, who would improv riffs based off of the Mars movement. We hope you enjoyed this arrangement of Jupiter.
piece we want to perform, we played at MPA in Marshall University. We received an excellent, which is the second best you can do, by the way. The name is called Cumberland Class, written by Carl Stroman. Okay. In 1995, the piece explores the style of American folk song in two distinct sections. The first has broad, moving melodies, and the second has lively hands. We hope you enjoy this piece. And also, when people stand, like at the end, that means they were soloists.
next song we're playing is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it includes 4 famous rock songs like Twist and Shout, Stand By Me, Wipe Out, and Jailhouse Rock. We have a little torching surprise, so if you see it, join in. Thank you. Enjoy the piece.
This is the only piece where I'll say this, but if you want to sing along or dance, you're welcome to. You might want to have the flashlight on your phone ready. sad that I gave that piece to them like a week ago. All right. It is the last concert for our band seniors. I'm gonna be sad to see them go. Ty, Camden, Richard, can you help them over here? First of all, I want to thank all of our seniors for their hard work and dedication to the band. While I may have only been your band teacher for this last school year, I've heard how devoted you all have been to growing as musicians, and I'm so proud of everything you've done in the year I've been your director. Please know that you are always welcome. Please come visit us at football games, whether you want to play with us or just hang out in the stands. We want you all to come visit us. We'll always be happy to see you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next. So the first thing I have for you all is some years of service pins. You have an orange stone and 7 for the 7 years you all were in band. Okay, our first award tonight is the Bethany Cobb Memorial Award. She was a student at Rosman who passed away from cancer when she was 11 years old. I'm told she was an excellent student who loved singing and playing the violin and ukulele. Her family said she had a bright smile that would light up any room she entered. The band has had a tradition of giving an award in her name to a senior who embodies kindness to others. The senior I have chosen to receive this award is a kind spirit who I've never seen raise their voice or be cruel to anyone. This person has worked tirelessly on learning their parts, even when they are really challenging. I've been told how much this student has grown during their time at Rosman and how resilient they have been for many people. The recipient of the Bethany Cobb Memorial Award this year is Ty Sanders. Congratulations, Ty. All right, our next award is the Director's Award. The Director's Award is given to a student who displays leadership, character and dependability. The student I have chosen to give this award to shows up to every practice, is consistently on time, and knows their part. He's a perfectionist, and I've seen him almost go crazy trying to make sure a part is perfect. He always holds his classmates to high standards and points out when things could have been done better. And when it comes to character, I think one action in particular this year shows how much he cares about others and where his heart is. After 2 students passed away last semester, he came to me and asked if we could do something in their honor at a football game. And you can't get much more of a leader than the drum major. So the Director's Award this year goes to Camden Stevie. Our final award tonight is the John Philip Sousa Award. Can you raise your hand if you've heard the name John Philip Sousa before? All right, John Philip Sousa is known as the King of Marches. He wrote the Stars and Stripes Forever, dun, 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 that you hear on the 4th of July a lot of the time. He wrote a ton of marches. There's an award The John Philip Sousa Award is a nationally recognized award. Like there's a registry of the winners. Each school gets to give out one a year. The student that I chose for this award is a very talented musician, but I also chose him because of his spirit. He has been through it this year, and I think sometimes he doubts himself, but he is one of the most resilient students I've had this year. His classmates admire and look up to him. Even when he wasn't able to play his instrument for a while, he still came to class ready to help others with their parts or to teach himself percussion parts to play the football games. When we went to play with Brevard College, he got noticed by Dr. Hairston, the director there, who said, "Tiffany, I want him here." And he has now received a music scholarship to go to school there. I think everyone knows who I'm talking about at this point, but can you please give a loud round of applause for this year's winner of the John Philip Sousa Award, Richard Lewis.
Sorry, I was supposed to interrupt here. I thought there was one more award. Okay. I am Julie Queen. I'm the Rosman Middle School principal. For those of you that don't know me, but to several up here on stage, I'm just Mrs. Daniel's mom. I wanted to take a minute on behalf of myself and Mr. Ormsby to talk just for a minute about Miss Hurley. We found Miss Hurley right before school started, right before band camp started. And knowing that she was a first-year teacher, we told her, just work on some stand tunes. It'll be okay. You don't have a lot of time to get prepared, but before the end of football season, they had performed in a JV football game and they were out doing pregame. So when we started looking at later into the year, we started talking about, okay, a Christmas concert. It's okay, all right? She didn't do just a Christmas concert, but this group up here went and did 3 parades in one weekend. And it's continued like this throughout the year. She's working really hard with a lot of the parents here tonight to get the Friends of the Band reestablished, and it's been inactive since COVID. Worked really hard to get instruments for a large group of 6th grade students. They've been solo and ensemble. They have great medals that they're showing off proudly. Tonight, she took this group over to the elementary schools. They've done a great job with recruitment for next year. She's working really hard to build a program back up that suffered like a lot of programs throughout the United States suffered tremendously during COVID. She's worked to build relationships with other directors in the county, Brevard Middle School, Brevard High School, Brevard College, and they're sharing their talents, which doesn't just benefit our program, but also benefits other programs here in Chesapeake County. So a lot of the students here on the stage know this, but we want to make sure all of the parents know, and we would like you to help us congratulate Tiffany Hurley, who was named Transylvania County Schools Rookie of the Year.
We will be playing Jessica, and we almost played this piece at MQ, but it's been a class favorite this semester, and received appropriate tunes, sent to teacher solos from every senior. And James Spurgeon is an American composer known for writing pieces that are both playable and accessible, but also rich and memorable. So please enjoy this last piece of the night. Thank you all again for coming.
Hello? Okay. Thank you all again so much for coming. Reminder, students, we need to get stands and all the equipment down to the band room before we can leave, and chairs need to be stacked backstage. Thank you all again so much.